up against the Dolphins, who come in at 4-3.
Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Bortles now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Able to fight through one tackle. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. On first down, it's Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Tannehill. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Tannehill to Landry. Good for a Dolphin first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play calls.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
You ran into a brick wall, baby. You ran into a brick wall, baby.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now Bortles setting up the screen for West. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They run again with a J. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Third and 2, Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Not today, baby, not today.
So the offense has it first and 10. Tannehill hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Tannehill now, the give to Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's caught by Mike Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 55 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Tannehill. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run with Ajayi. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And with a play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Partner, we saw these Dolphins jump off sides a bunch last year, but that's not unusual for those guys like Sue who want to get that quick start into the offensive backfield, and they do make a lot of plays doing that.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. This is Ajayi. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Tannehill drops it off to Ajayi, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he finds Stills, complete. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. To throw is Bortles. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now.
This is Cohen. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. but it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Red zone opportunity. Now Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now it's Ajayi. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Tannehill on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now Bortles. Setting up the screen for West. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out come the Dolphins now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And Stills over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to
and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now Bortles. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Here we go. Move for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Forced, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Landry now on the return. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's got room. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They try again with Cohen, and he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Bortles. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.